Is Logan Paul really apologetic about what he did?
Or is it just another publicity stunt? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to MG Squad. Today is another one of our talk shows. Today we are talking about Logan Paul and the scandal surrounding him. Most of you should know by now what he has done wrong. He went out to a forest that has been infamously known for
suicides.
Exactly, for people doing suicide, taking their own lives. And he took this video of a guy that basically took his own life and posted it on the internet, and he was laughing around the body and making fun, making jokes, and there's a lot of backlash from the entire world. Everyone is hating him right now for what he has done.
And what he did to comprehend his mistake was make a video about suicide as a whole. Now, I don't feel like his comeback to YouTube basically wasn't as great because, first of all, you're not fixing your mistake. You're trying to fix the whole mistake, which is suicide. And that's good, but you're not fixing your mistake. You're trying to fade your mistake away so that people can like you for doing something else that is good.
You make a very good point there actually, because yes, he did make a mistake, and yes, he tried to, cover it up, but honestly we don't know if this is really, a public relation situation right now, or if it's really him being apologetic. We can't say that that's true right now. So, going back to your mistake, that's just gonna bring more hate. That I just feel that it's gonna affect everyone around the world because you're bringing this problem back. And that's how I feel about this situation.
Bringing a problem back is one of the best ways to solve it, because if you don't talk about it, how are you going to get it solved?
Okay, yeah, but look, so Logan has this vision that he's going to become the greatest entertainer in the world, which means that he has to cover business and entertainment. So he has to make entertaining content and provide extremely good business, right? He has this goal in mind. Now, to get to a goal, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be distractions. Now, this is just an obstacle in his way. Obstacles are not there for you to go back on and, try and fix so that you can carry on going that way. But an obstacle is there to make you stronger, is to build you. Do you understand?
Definitely, and we can see this as an obstacle, right? I agree with that 100%. But to fix or to overcome this obstacle, going around it isn't the best option, is it?
Yes.
It's definitely not.
I agree.
And what he did with this video, he not once said or spoken anything about what he did in the forest. Not once did he show any sort of comment to the family of the deceased. Not once did he show that, this whole situation around this dead body is clarified. And this is him fading his mistake. This is him not showing what he did so that people can try to forget it possibly. You can't go around your mistakes. You need to overcome them. And this is not what he's doing. He is just showing suicide as a whole. He's even showing that he's gonna pay this much money, but honestly the only thing I saw was him paying $250,000 to some place, and there's no proof around it either. So I'm not with Logan on this.
You made some very good points there, but firstly what I would like to say is that an obstacle is there for you to change. It's there for you to deflect you, to distract you, to put you, to basically hamper your progress. And then you're supposed to adapt from that so that you can learn, so that when you come back you're stronger, you're bigger, you're better. So going back, I don't really think is going to make him stronger. It's just going to keep him in that naive mindset where he's destructive, he's narcissistic.
See, now this is where you're wrong. It's not about him anymore, in the slightest. This whole sea of drama that he brought, it's involving those little kids that watched his video showing the dead body and whatnot. It's not about Logan anymore, it's about the society, the community. How can we as a YouTube community be strong to know that stuff like this won't happen again? He's a very ambiguous person. He himself in this video, the clip is going to roll just now, said that he likes drama.
Whatever it is, I just happen to enjoy drama. Like, who doesn't like drama?
Himself said he likes drama, and for all we know, this whole thing could have been just a publicity stunt that went horribly wrong. Because I'll show you this clip again where you see this poor acting of this lady that is being played right now.
There's a thing that is now in our lives.
Who laughs after seeing all of this?
I totally agree, but then you need to look back, because honestly, you're saying that it's for everyone around him, right? But if you can't change Logan's behavior, where are we heading? What is Logan going to become? So you need to change the roots of that problem, and the roots is Logan right now. So if you can change him, then you can change everyone's views. Because Logan has a very big following. He has 16.2 million, I think, as of right now.
So you're trying to say forgive and forget?
No. What I'm trying to say is change the problem. The problem was...
Then make Logan not create content anymore.
No. Change Logan's mindset.
Logan's mindset?
Yes, change his mindset.
Only he can do that.
Exactly. And the amount of hate that he's getting is actually, it's having an effect on his content, because you saw that video that he recently uploaded. It was very serious. It wasn't the goofy Logan that we usually, that we know.
Definitely, yeah. We can see some change, but the whole sea of drama that's going on is the fact that he made fun or insulted a dick. And that is not right. I mean, I understand your point of where he needs to change, and he is changing for the betterment. But fix your mistake first. He needs to go out and research where this guy lived, his family, his reasons for suicide, and try to fix it. At least do something to amend your mistakes, and not go around it by using suicide as a whole. I mean, I feel that it could possibly be a publicity stunt that went wrong, because think about it, right in this video you can see about like 6 to 7 people there, and not one person was mature enough to say, no, you know what, we're recording a dead guy, we cannot do this.
I agree totally, but remember that there are two types of people, eh? They are the narcissist and the non-narcissist. The people that think about themselves and the people that fight for the world. And I think that, I'm not assuming, okay,
I know, this whole situation is ambiguous.
I know, but the people around him, you can't say whether they're narcissistic or not. You agree? So Logan could have manipulated them, because Logan portrays this persona on the internet that could possibly not be his true personality in real life. And this shows that maybe he manipulated these people into keeping them out quiet. Because no one would go up to Logan, who has 15 million subscribers at the time, and tell him, no, do not make this, do not make that. Because they are not qualified enough.
And you see what I mean? Publicity stunt that went horribly wrong.
Exactly.
It could all well be a publicity stunt, because if I make a mistake, right, and it's for like 15 million people to see, then what I'd first do, besides thinking about the whole entire world, I think about myself. And rectify my mistake by following and giving amends, and asking for forgiveness first of all. I know you did make a video, like a 2-minute clip where you're asking for forgiveness, but it's not the same when you go up to the family and ask them personally. Because if you put yourself in the shoes of the family that is going through this, your dad, your brother, or your son, or is going through this dilemma, and a guy just comes up and makes fun of him, I mean, that is absolutely horrible, and I would sue the crap out of this guy. Logan. So I'm just showing this message. I feel like a lot of people else would also feel it this way. Yeah, that he should at least go back to the family and do something about it.
I'm not so sure that people want him to go back to the family, because think about it. Think about the whole execution of actually asking for an apology. He's going to show up to this person's door, that son that has recently passed away. Very recently. So he's very sad. He's still mourning. And you're going to shove a camera in his face and ask for an apology. Because Logan is not going to take you personally, because off camera we were talking about it. You said that you wanted an apology, showing that he is asking for forgiveness from the family.
Okay, yeah, I understand it completely, and you wouldn't want to show the faces of people that are going through this.
Exactly.
But some sort of evidence that he has done it, maybe an email or some sort of relevance towards the matter of having an equal balanced state between the family and Logan. So that we know that he actually rectified his mistake and not just fading it for some publicity stunt, if it is or if it's not.
But then again, Logan didn't commit the crime. You have to remember that. He was just a witness to the crime, and he made a horrible mistake of recording this body. And it was his fault, but it wasn't his doing that made this person commit suicide. So
that is true.
So the question I ask you is, why does he have to go and ask for forgiveness if he didn't commit the crime?
That's the problem here, you see. The crime, there's no real crime committed. But his mistake is that he laughed at a dead person. And the actual crime actually is the fact that he showed this dead body and suicide and everything to kids that probably don't even know that about this thing, you know?
Yeah.
So he's introducing something that is already so bad, and now he wants to go fade his mistake. And that's the problem that I see towards this whole situation.
That is fair, but just keep in mind, Logan made 2 videos about apologizing to the whole world. I mean, he sent out a tweet and he made a video. And on that topic, what Logan tried to do is basically, Casey Neistat, another very, very, very famous YouTuber, he basically came out and tried to help Logan after his crippling mistake. And basically he sent out a tweet saying that you should give this amount of money to the national, I don't know what organization was it, some organization surrounding suicide, and a few other donations that he should give. And he did that. He listened to a fellow YouTuber that was very, you know, well renowned, and I think that really shows that Logan is a type of person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think the only problem surrounding this matter now is the fact that was it a publicity stunt or not, because you know he is outrageous. He can do anything for views. He wrestled with a bear, he wrestled with crocodiles, he does weird things, and I mean this could probably be one of the weirdest things, and even though he's changing, we don't know for a fact if it can happen again. Just for the community of YouTube and everyone, you remember that petition to make sure this guy never records again, because right now Logan has so much hate, and just to show that it isn't a publicity stunt, or it isn't this thing that he did it on purpose, you know, or he faked it, just to make sure that it isn't, so that he can go to his family and, you know, rectify his mistakes somehow by showing us some way that he isn't at fault.
I agree totally. And if you guys really agree with our 2 sides on this, please leave a comment down below. Like this video if you did. I mean, we really want to hear from you guys how you feel about our points on this topic, because we made really strong points.
Yeah, and I feel like this video should be watched by Logan himself so that he can amend stuff between everyone in the society, and the sea of drama can come down and we can all go back to loving the Logan he is himself. And yeah, comment down below, share it to Logan, and as always,
TMG.